Hi, Lena.
Hi Leah, hi viewers. Today we're joining you live from COSDEF Arts Crafts Centre.
Yeah, in the lovely Swakopmund. Now, today we are celebrating Make a Gift Day, and I think it's very important this time of year, Lena, that it's Make a Gift Day. Who do you think you're going to make a gift for today?
Okay, I'll be going for my mom actually. I mean,
She's your mother.
yeah, she's
your
my
mother.
mom, so definitely I'll be making a gift for my mom today.
Awesome. So remember, it's Make a Gift Day. Get those creative juices flowing. Now, as usual, we bring you the latest sports news, the latest entertainment news. We bring you the weather and tides, and we bring you on what's going to happen over the weekend, because it's going to be a very busy weekend here in Swakopmund, Lena. It's going to be hectic. Now, for our interview, we chat to Jörg Goldbeck, who is the organizer of the Rotax Max challenge. Now, it was go-karts the past weekend, Lena. Did you enjoy the go-karts?
I did. I mean, I saw the little ones, all in there.
They were very cute.
Yes, I'm like, okay, if this little one can do this, then
I can also do it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
It was fun.
Now we're going to give you an overview of the races, and he's also going to talk about the different challenges they faced as the go-karting community. So you don't want to miss that one. We also have another blast from the past. We bring you a song. It's a lekker Friday vibe because the weekend is officially here. Aren't you glad the weekend is here, Lena?
Finally, it's here. I mean, it's a weekend. It's a Friday, guys.
Yes. But unfortunately, Erongo 24/7 and Erongo 24, our Erongo Talk is going to keep you very busy. So although it's weekend, we're going to work, Lena.
Yes,
we're going to
definitely.
work.
And not to forget, we'll be having a song by Lynn Marikutsia, which is titled Maya.
So please stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
It's now time for some entertainment news. In our first story for today, Salvador Mower, a two-time Namibian Annual Music Awards nominee, has embarked on a new journey in his musical career. Mower recently released his first single as a gospel artist titled "E Alien, You Alone," an Afrikaans song. The song talks about the challenges and uphill battles I faced before taking this major step. It's a song of gratitude, knowing that despite all that I've been through, he has been the one carrying me and guiding me throughout it all, he says. Salvador said that he had become lost in the wrong things, the wrong friends, and harbored a toxic mindset that made room for the enemy to divide him from the plans God intended for him. For his next project, which is also in Afrikaans, he is being joined by his young brother Zander on the track titled Weet Wie Ek Is, Know Who I Am in Him, to be released in the coming days. I express myself better in Afrikaans, and I cater to an Afrikaans speaking audience with these two projects. However, I never felt the need to box myself in terms of only doing certain genres or languages. Aside from singing, Mower is also a passionate producer, and he has his own studio set up at home. I am excited about the journey ahead, and I'm extremely grateful for all the love I've received thus far. All the glory to our Creator. Salvador's music can be accessed on River B Nation under Salvador Mower Music. He can also be reached on Facebook and Instagram under the same handle. In our second story for today, Rustic Pearl event, venue and restaurant host a music festival on Saturday 27 November, welcoming local singing sensations. Musicians taking to the stage include NAMA-nominated artists Joharetha Nell, Lam Nell, Leon Jacobs, Amy Bouters, as well as Bella Luz, as well as the man behind the scenes, Joe Nicole and his band. Very popular at Rustic Purr is a karaoke night, which resulted in a competition that started in September and spanned over 5 Wednesdays. Each night we had a mystery judge, including myself, who judged the performance. There are 13 participants at the start of the competition, and they had to participate in karaoke nights at least 3 of the 4 Wednesdays to qualify for the finals, he explained. There were eventually 4 winners crowned. In first place was Zayn, followed by Joy, Zandre van Niekerk in third, and Coney in fourth position. The winners walked away with 250 in the first prize, and the second prize was 1,250, and the third was 750, and a 500 in the fourth place. Joe added that he was surprised by the participants' musical talent. The competition was tight in terms of the talent that we saw on stage. We are very excited to see what next year will bring. In our last and final story for today. Born in Walfish Bay, Namafu Amutse attended Emmanuel Reiters Primary School. She then moved to Swakopmund in 2007 and attended Swakopmund Primary School. Amutse, she's currently studying towards a Bachelor of Education Honours in English and German at the University of Namibia. Since a young age, she was constantly surrounded by entertainment, specifically film and music. The young Amutse was recently awarded the 2021 Bengwinduk Duke Literally Visual Arts Award for chrysalis. I am genuinely grateful for the path that my creative journey is taking me on, and even more so honored to have received this award, Amutse says. Having worked with her brother on this project, she says of them thought that it would lead to so many surreal moments or achievements. One thing she hopes people feel when they watch or see her work is a sense of feeling at home and feel seen. The main challenge for Amutse is respect and lack thereof. She says many times when you are a young creative, people expect you to be desperate, and what usually happens is that they use this to exploit you for their benefits. She said that it was the catalyst, and although she doesn't remember it exactly, it has brought her to where she is today, and it will take her to where she will be in years from now. Their individual work and sense of self has had a huge impact on not only how I approach my own work, but also how I view myself, she says, when she was asked about who she'd like to have dinner with, which is Steve Biko and Toni Morrison. And that brings us to the end of our entertainment news for today. For more news headlines, visit our website at www.erongo.com.na.
En nou gaan ons so 'n bietjie gesels oor vandag se nuus, and we're kicking off with the Namibian Sun.
Some English, yes. Now on the main article of the front page of the Namibian Sun, it says that Shea slams SPYL for jealousy, Savimbi syndrome. Now reacting to being recalled as a Youth League Secretary for Economic Affairs, the youthful Konene governor said he harbors no ambition to become the League Secretary, and it is feared by some. Now he says that Marius Shea says that the League is gripped by jealousy and hunger for positions. Now moving on to the second main story on the front page is that Nangolo's SWAPO membership application is collecting dust. Now SWAPO Secretary General Sophia Saninga this week wanted nothing to do with questions on a membership application by NAM rights leader Philya Nangolo. And then the third article on the front page is that the New Era COO suspended over procurement deals. Now New Era Public Corporations awarding of a distribution contract worth 380,000 Namibian dollars a month without following stipulations of the Public Procurement Act has led to the suspension of the company's chief operating officer Kazeve Baruka Sigi Vei Muyoro. So that is the front page van Namibian Sun.
Okay, nou praat ons 'n bietjie Afrikaans. Die Republikein berig oor die eksamens. Voltooi vanjaar se eksamens as hulle hoofberig, en Henriette Lambert skryf hier dat sou die graad 11 eers in Januarie 2022 skryf, sal die uitslaa moontlik nie voor middelmaart beskikbaar wees nie, wat te min tyd is om vir gevorderde vlak voor te berei. En dan lei hulle dan ook met 'n veldbrande wat woed al vir 10 dae, Andrea, en 'n pragtige foto hier. Ek kan nie eintlik sê 'n pragtige foto nie. Dit is 'n goeie foto van
van die brande wat
van die rook wat draai en so aan, ja. Ja, maar dit vang, ek dink dit vang vas wat daar besig is om te gebeur. So boere, hulle werkers en vrywilligers probeer om die brande op die B6 hoofpad tussen Windhoek en Gobabis te keer. 'n Groot aantal beeste loop langs distrikspaaie noordoos van Windhoek, waar voor verwoestende veldbrande boere tussen Steinhausen en Omitara genoop het om grensdrade te knip sodat hulle diere kan red.
Dit is verskriklik. Ek weet hulle het op social media gesê hulle nodig soveel as moontlik hulp wat hulle kan kry net om hierdie brande onder beheer te kan kry.
Ja, ek dink Marshall Shaun het 'n klip deurgestuur, 'n voice clip, né?
Om te sê hulle nodig die hulp. So as jy kan daar dreigen maak, as jy jouself in daai area bevind, gaan kyk wat jy kan doen. Wat jy kan doen. And then on the Algemeine Zeitung's front page, it talks about new infrastructure in parks. Now the infrastructure of the Ministry of the Environment at Krauskap, Swakopmund, Springbokwasser, Movebaai, Sestream and Gobabeb is being improved and expanded thanks to a German financial injection. Now at a ceremony yesterday, Ambassador Beck spoke about the travel restrictions. Now yesterday there was a ceremony where the staff at the Ministry of the Environment, Forestry and Tourism, they can look forward to some new modern offices, reception rooms, accommodation, garages, workshops and more in some national parks. So there's some good developments that is happening here in our parks. So that is on the main article. Now, the second article on the front page of the Algemeine is that due to the fact that the examination documents have become public, pupils in the 11th and 12th grades now have to retype the exams. Now, an angry student said in a conversation with AZ, last year we had to switch to the new school system, but many universities do not accept our degree. I just finished my math exam last week and had to take an extra month off from work to study. Now I'm told to retake the exams, so I lost 2 months' salary as a result. So it's a lot of repercussions just from this papers that leaked at the end of the day, because I mean there's a lot of learners that won't be able to go to university as well next year.
En dan het ons ook so ietsie ekstra, jy kan vir hulle wys, Andrea, jy wys vir hulle 28 bladsye.
Baie trots.
Daar sê ons holiday supplement is uit vandag. 28 pages with information, what to see, what to do, what's happening. And yes, that's it. That's it. Please go and get your copy of the Republican as well as the Namibian Sun for your holiday supplement.
Even the Algemeine.
And the Algemeine.
So it's in all daily newspapers of Namibia Media Holdings. Get your copy. It tells you about what is happening here along the coast. So grab your copies, like we said. Also head over to our website. That's the Erongo 24/7 website. That's www.erongo.com.na. It's www.erongo.com.na. Please stay tuned.
I think Sean needs also a big hand of applause. There's long hours before a race that we put in, how people service the cars, all that stuff. So yeah, thank you, Sean, for a nice season. Then just before we start with the prize giving, we're really looking forward to the next season. There will be some class addings. We're going to add a few classes. There's some small rule changes. These are all based on what Rotax does worldwide and also in South Africa. So we'll put out a letter explaining everything in detail in the next month. We still have got a race now in December. We want to first see what happens now with all the borders and all the COVID situation. So yeah, we've got guys from Angola, from South Africa that want to come up, but it's all going to depend on what's going to happen now. But like I said, for next season we will have some changes. We'll put up a letter, try to explain it to everybody easily, and then there's going to be one change or one rule change is that all the classes will have to mix their own fuel besides the Bambinos. We already bought the fuel testing tester, and those guys that were in Africa Open now, they know what we're talking about. So yeah, that tool cost us nearly 20 grand, but we have it here already. We want to try and test it in the COSDEF Cup in the upcoming event. To come back to Andrew Thomas, most of you guys won't know him. He actually came fourth now in the African Open in the Masters class. Me and Paul nearly had him in the race. And yeah, he's a professional graphic designer. He's doing all our posters and stickers and tickets and all that stuff he's doing from Cape Town. And unfortunately he didn't make it in time, but he's busy. He should be in the near ends now. We're going to host a new website. It's going to be Rotax Namibia website. It's going to be similar as nearly similar as the South African card site. All the entries will be exactly like they do via the website. So we don't have these entry forms that we have at the moment. So we will post all the how it works and stuff. So it's going to be basically an online registration. So that's going to be up in I think in the next 2-3 days. The aim is that we start with it for the upcoming event, that we do all the registration for December race via the website. So that is upcoming. Did cost us quite a lot of money, but we need to go forward. It will be also a nice website for newcomers to just send them the link and they can read up what all the classes are about, how it works, what costing is involved in karting, just to give these explanations that you need to give to newcomers. What is karting? What does it involve? All the aspects. How does the races work? Costing, training, events. It's going to be like an information site as well. So that is upcoming in here. So yeah, thank you, Andrew, for the effort and the issues that we had in the past few weeks. But yeah, that's very exciting to come up. Yeah, I think for this season we had 7 from the 8 legs. We actually were able to run in these difficult times. I think not any other. I don't want to say sport code, but motorsport code didn't have so many events and participants like we did. And I think if we look 3 years back, where we had 8 participants at the national and we made today 29, I think we can be really proud of each other. And if you check the entry list of today, I didn't count them yet, but I would say from the 29 there's at least 20 that started beginning of the year or maybe end of last year. So nearly all of our karters are newcomers. So I think that work was well done. Which the other work that I think we should stay on this course, but there's quite a few carts standing in garages in Namibia not being used this year, and I think that should be the 2 clubs, Windhoek Motor Club, Swakopmund, should be their work to get these guys back on the track. I mean, we need to do some practice days or fun days, whatever. These guys must bring along their carts and we help them fix them. They just bring their cart and maybe they don't know how to fix them, or they need some parts, or we need to emphasize to get these guys back on the track. And there's at least 10 to 15 carts standing around, which I know of, which are not driving. And I guess if they just drive a day with a decent fixed card, they will be back on the track again, and then we'll quickly up to 40 people. So I think that should be one of the big aims of the clubs for next season. Like Charles said, now we have actually 4 ladies racing, and that's in the past years. I'm not fond of any, or I'm not. I don't know if there was any girls racing in go-karting recently. So from the NFF side, they're doing women in motorsport. So I think we not only have officials that are women, but we also have drivers that are women. So I think that's also a nice achievement, and I think we should build on that and even next year. Yeah, and then I think the way forward is basically talk to people, bring them to the track, let them have a drive with your cards. If you don't want to, give them my number, we'll organize them a test drive. We want to do, on Facebook you can actually follow them, they're called Angry Academy, they're in the Cape. I had lots of calls with them the last week. They actually founded a big drivers academy, but totally focused on not what chassis or how fast you go or what brand, because South Africa do have other engines as well, but they totally focus on getting people in that have got nothing to do with motorsport. In our reasons, we bring a friend along, so it's always like motorsports related that come to the track, and they call it intro drives. They do it on a Tuesday in Cape Town. These guys, they pay a small amount of money, and these guys come in and they get a few sessions, they get a helmet, they get a balaclava that they can take along, and some smaller stuff. And they've got 4 professional coaches which actually take from little to big. They've got all different cars to drive, and they take them actually to the track and they let them drive and introduce them, and I think we should emphasize, so that's the idea from us. We want to do these intro drives as well. We won't be able to do it each week, but we want to do it like once in a month in Swakopmund, and then once in a month in Windhoek or whatever, and just invite the guys and randomly from all over and just get them into the cart. And the guys in Cape Town, Cape Town is a big town, but they managed in 2 weeks' time they got 10 new drivers into karting, which is at the moment 25% of all the karters that are active in Cape Town. So that's also the idea to just help grow the sport and get the numbers on the track. Racing today, I think was there were some really cool races that I could see out of the box there. In Bambino, we had today 9 drivers. I call up all of them. You all get a trophy. Ben in 9th, Miko 8th, Paul 7th, Nande, Mandume, Mila 4th, Basti 3rd, Paul 2nd, and Sissel 1st.
Okay, pasok gabi. Pasok gabi. Asay, babe.
Bila. Okay, Roda.
Junior cake di kan.
Ay, olis to pala dito.
Ja, Ben is hier. Die derde. Dan Nico.
Oh, stop like Ek wil nou sê, hulle is daar nog vriendelik, hulle lag nog. Ek vir Pink.
Kom Nandi. Nandi. Nee, Paul is daar. Nandi. Laat. Dan doen we vriend.
Ek kan jy nog vir dit sê nie. Ja. Kyk daar gesê. Ek hulle nou almal net mooi staan laat ons hulle goeders kan sien. Dankie Paul. Ja,
Dit was
Seventh is Ariana, 6 Nikki, 5 Travis, 4 Mick, Heinrich third, Cecil second, and Paul first.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ek doen mooi man.
Zo goed Ariana dan nummer 11.
Hæ? Ja. Ja. One. One. Wat is er one? First.
Okay.
Ariana.
Palkie staan op.
Polkie, ek gaan jou trofee afvat.
Okay, kijk.
Palkie.
Daar was Justus. So, ja. Max, 6 drivers. In 6th place, German import for the day, Flo. On 5th place, Lisa. Only the first 3, please come to the front. Stefan, 4th. And then on 3rd place, Martin Kaus. Please come. On 2nd, Zane. And then the winner of today is Cheslo. And then Richie, first one. Yeah, the cream of the cake. Yes. So today we had 4 drivers. Sister came 4th. Really fast Richie on 3rd place. Zerk Kamakazi on 2nd.
Kamakazi.
And then Klein Wolkie on 1st. I mean, I must mention Paul and Richie also did low 27s. That's really, really fast. They've got a few kilos more than Ivan and Richie, so I think that... Ja, du musst auch auf das Licht dann.
Stand up wohl langsam.
How did she win?
Ja, kom. Kijk je bietjie nader.
Ja.
The winter race is on 8th, Miko in 7th place, Ben 6th, Paul Mans on 5th, Mila on 4th, Basti 3rd, Paul Oosthuizen on 2nd, and Sissa, you can come forward, won the championship. Where Sissel participated the last 2, or actually 7. Paul and Sissel actually participated in the new Micromix chassis that we'll introduce next season. So they obviously won't get any scoring. Ariana as well. But for we had in total 4 drivers participating in the championship. 4th place Wouter, 3rd Ellen, and 2nd Michael Fourie, and Justus winning the championship. Just to mention, besides Justus actually won all heats that he drove. He drove 5 races in.
Dames, jullie kijken.
Archer, goedemorgen, kom.
Alle dames.
Kom ons mooi.
Kom met Paul op die eerste plek.
And since it's almost weekend, we bring you some sports news. And kicking off, Namibia Media Holdings marketing manager Henny Geldenhuys during a breakfast event with senior representatives of many national sports federations said that NMH's marketing leg, that is Synergy, and Namibia Media Events plan to broadcast 120 sports events live on its various digital platforms in 2022. 120 sports events. Now, Geldenhuys highlighted the company's live broadcasting list from the past 2 years, saying major investments have been made in technology and equipment to enable proper broadcast. Now, NMH obviously still has its established newspapers. That's the Republican, the Namibian Sun, the Algemeine, as well as the online, that cover all sport codes and sporting events in the print media, but the exposure has been largely expanded to more platforms in recent years. Now, he says that naturally there is a difference between the mere provision of a live video stream and that offers no entertainment value or interaction with the viewers, as opposed to the production for an image broadcast with commentators and analysts, as we do in all cases. Now, rather than sports fans only seeing the final score on social media, we bring the full match or sporting event to the viewer. With love from Namibia Media Holdings. Now, if you want some more information on what's happening with the 120 broadcast or how you can get involved, you can contact Henny at nmh.com.na or events at nmh.com.na. Now, moving on, the Swakopmund Triathlon, which the community has enjoyed for the last 33 years, takes place on Sunday, the 5th of December at the Mola. Now, FNB has made this event possible by taking up the role as title sponsor for the last 14 years. The event, which is organized by OTB Sport, offers participants a variety of distances, which is the ultra, which is a 1.9 kilometer swim, followed by a 90 kilometer cycle, and then a 21.1 kilometer run. Standard is 1 kilometer swim, 40 kilometer cycle, 10 kilometer run, and the sprint is a 400 meter swim, 20 kilometer cycle, and 3 kilometer run. And then the mini distance is 150 swim, 6 kilometer cycle, and 3 kilometer run. Now, participants either take part as individuals or in teams. Now, according to the organizers, there is a strong field in this year's event, and they're expecting an exciting race in the different distances. Now, even more exciting is the Erongo Talk and the Erongo 24/7 team, as well as some reinforcements from the Namibia Media Events team, is going to bring you live, the action live from the FNB Sandman Triathlon that is taking place on Sunday at the Mola. Now, you need to check our social media pages because we are going to bring you the starting point, which starts at 06:30. That's 6:30 Sunday morning. We're also going to bring you some live of what's happening, the swim, the cycle, the run, as well as the finals. So please set a reminder on your phone. Finally, the Swakopmund Reiterverein hosts a show jumping challenge from the 3rd to the 5th of December that's starting today. Now, this event is an initiative of the International Federation of Equestrian Sports and caters for amateur riders throughout the world. Usually, it's not possible for some African countries to compete internationally. Stable manager Sylvia Kleinstuber explained. Now, the FEI has been hosting the event for many years. Now, every year a jumping challenge takes place. A couple of years ago, the final for the youth qualifier for the Youth Olympics was incorporated into this challenge. Now, what's happening at the competition is that riders can qualify for the finals, where only the top 20 riders who have all participated in the 3 legs worldwide qualify for the finals, which was supposed to take place in Qatar this year. But you can head on over to our website, that's www.erongo.com.na, that's www.erongo.com.na, to read more on this competition that's taking place and a whole lot more that's happening here in our lovely Erongo region.
This is our happy song. Take this ring and put it on a perfect smile, a perfect fit. We can't go wrong. Hey, let's stop the world, just a boy and girl. Today we'll start together. Today we'll start forever, ever, ever, oh, ever, ever, oh. Today we'll start. What if we laughed?
Hi viewers, my name is Michelina Vatises and I'm going to bring you what's on with regards to the events taking place during December. Now for the week, on the 3rd of December we have the Dance Week at Dance Factory Swakopmund, and for inquiries you can contact 081 4323 247 or 064 403367. Now on the same day we will be heading over to the Dome with the relaunch of MTC, and for inquiries you can contact 081 211 2793. Now on the 3rd to the 4th December, the first event we'll be having is the Kerstmark by the NG Moedergemeente in Walvis Bay, and you can contact 08259 22280. Moving on to our second event, we'll have the Jingle Bells Christmas Market at Walvis Bay, which will be hosted by the municipality. For inquiries, you can contact 0811 220820 or 0811 431 289. The third event will be the Summer Fun Day at the Atlantis Sports Ground, and you can contact 081 200 2661. Now, on the 4th of December, we have the Neurology of Trauma at the Swakopmund Museum taking place, and for inquiries, you can contact 081 294 7344. Now, moving on to some sports, we have the Together as One Part 5 Boxing Bonanza, which will take place at the Swakopmund Soccer Stadium, and for inquiries, you can contact 081 245 3349. Now, on the 4th till the 5th of December, we'll be enjoying some Bank Windhoek Volleyball Federation Cup finals, which will take place at the Jan Vulcan Stadium. And to find out more about it, you can contact 0811 275925. Lastly, for Sunday, which will on the 5th of December, we will be having the Sandman Triathlon in Swakopmund, and to find out more, you can contact 0811 429966. Now, since it's Christmas season, the Christmas lights will take place, at the Walvis Bay municipality on the 5th of December, and that is your events taking place for the week. My name is Michelina Vatises, and I'm with my lovely co-host, Lena Takevoncha. How are you, Lena?
I'm great. How are you, Micheline?
I'm well. In our weather report today, the sun was out 8 minutes past 6 and will set 35 minutes past 7. Walvis Bay will experience a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 13 and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius predicted for tomorrow. A west wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour. Now, if you'd like to go for fishing, the first high tide will be 26 minutes past 2 in the morning, whereas the second one will be 38 past 2 in the afternoon. The first low tide will be 14 minutes past 8 in the morning, whereas the second one will be 20:46.
In Swakopmund, the sun rose at 06:09 and will set at 19:35. Swakopmund is expected with a maximum temperature of 18 degrees with a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 19 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A westerly wind will prevail with a speed of 18 kilometers per hour. The first high tide was at 27 past 2 and the second high tide will be at 39 past 2. The first low tide was at 8:14 and the second low tide will be at 46:8.
For Henties Bay, the sun was out 11 minutes past 6 and will set 35 minutes past 7. Henties Bay will experience a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 14 and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius predicted for tomorrow. A south wind will prevail with a speed of 11 kilometers per hour. Now, if you'd like to go fishing, the first high tide will be 29 minutes past 2 in the morning, whereas the second one will be 14:41. The first low tide will be 16 minutes past 8 just in the morning, whereas the second one will be 20:48.
In Arandis, the sun rose at 06:07 and will set at 19:33. Arandis is expected with a maximum temperature of 25 degrees with a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 26 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A west-northwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 15 kilometers per hour.
Now, Liana, I must say, Osaka's is coming in hot. The sun was out 6 minutes past 6 just in the morning and will set 29 minutes past 7. Now, Osaka's is experienced a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. A west-northwesterly wind will prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour.
In Karibib, the sun rose at 06:05 and will set at 19:28. Karibib is expected with a maximum temperature of 32 degrees with a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 31 degrees predicted for tomorrow. A north wind is expected to prevail with a speed of 13 kilometers per hour.
For Omaruru, the sun was out 5 minutes past 6 and will set 27 minutes past 7. Now, Omaruru is also experiencing the same situation, whereas the maximum is 32 degrees Celsius, so it's really hot over there, yes, I must say, with a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius predicted for tomorrow. Now, a northwest wind will prevail with a speed of 17 kilometers per hour. And that was your weather report for today.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Otis Daniels and I'm a presenter with Erongo Talk. We have come through a roller coaster year, and in this point in time I just want to say that if you've made it up to now, well done. You are still here, and that's reason to celebrate, but we need to celebrate responsibly. Because we are faced with a pandemic, and there are things we need to do in order to curb and combat this pandemic. We are really living in extraordinary times, and it takes from all of us and each of us to do our bit and our part to prevent this pandemic from spreading any further. So for all of you that's coming down to the coast, please make sure that your vehicle is roadworthy, and then please do not drink and drive. The emphasis is here on not. Do not drink and drive at all. Don't even take one sip if you know you're going to find yourself behind the wheel, because you are going to endanger yourself, the lives of your loved ones, and the lives of other road users. So stay away from liquor or alcohol if you are going to find yourself behind the steering wheel. So have a safe journey, and you are in charge of your journey. So please make sure that you arrive alive at your destination. Once you are at the coast, we hope you're going to have a splendid time with all of us here at the coast. The beaches are wide and open. The water is so invitingly. So yeah, rock up and behave. Remember, adhere to all the safety measures, sanitize, social distancing, and then when you party on the beach, remember to remove your waste after you've been done partying. And with that being said, have a super festive season here with us at the coast.
Good day and welcome to the Sport Reps Studio. I'm your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, and today I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction, known to the world, and that's Gernot de Klerk, Head of Marketing and Communications at Nedbank. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Jesse. That's such a kind introduction. I tell you, I've got to reintroduce me to my family, so I'm not sure how right you are, but but it's a pleasure being here. Thanks for the invitation.
Well, Gernot is here in a mission, and that's a coastal mission that we know, a big one. Crunch time, that's the dash. The Nedbank does a dash, a big one. We know it's big, but of course you're going to enlighten us more and expand on what the proceedings will be. And of course, the first one is the history of the Dash. Just a little bit of history. Can you just tell our viewers a bit of history of the Dash?
Yeah, I mean, many a big thing starts off on a sort of small scale, doesn't it? And it builds up to the crescendo, and this juggernaut that we know as the Nedbank Desert Dash now. But started about, let's call it, even it up 20 years ago, and it was really from folklore, a discussion around a braai. One daring the other that, there's no chance. You could get on your bicycle in Windhoek, cycle through the desert to Swakopmund in 24 hours. And they had about 40 people, latching onto this idea and did it. So, there's a pioneer for the Nedbank Desert Dash. He started it, he's conceived it, and grew it, to the extent that we see now, Aiden de Lange. And we owe him, I think, just as a country, a lot of gratitude for having started this. He's the father of the Nedbank Desert Dash. He's the founder. And Nedbank acquired firstly the rights to host the event about 7 years ago, 2015. I mean, this will be our 7th time of hosting it. And then subsequently we procured all of the rights to the Nedbank Desert Dash. So started really small, 40 odd, grew to 80 the next year, and now it's become a 1,000 rider event.
Amazing, amazing.
Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our show for today. For more news headlines or any sports update, visit our website at www.erongo.com.na. And if you have any video clips or any story that's happening where you are, don't hesitate to contact us via our WhatsApp number and Telegram number at 0811700040.
Now that is the number you also need to save, 0811700040, because you can win $1,000 Namibian. All you need to do is you need to be at the FNB Sandman Triathlon that's taking place on Sunday at the Swakopmund Mola. Take a nice clip, send it to the WhatsApp number, and who knows, you might be the lucky winner. Now today we came all the way from the COSDEF Arts and Crafts Centre in Swakopmund. Now they are also going to be hosting an open day to show you about what is happening here at this lovely Arts and Crafts Centre. So if you have a moment, just come pop in and see what they do. So it's going to be a very busy weekend for us here at Erongo 24/7 and Erongo Talk. So keep on watching our social media pages. That's Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Please stay safe. Please be responsible and take care. We'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.
Sy hy by my bly. Ek weet die huis is klein, maar die tuin gaan vir my loop. En mama, sê net vir my. Wien wat het jou hart so gebreek, dat jy liefde vir my. Mama, ek jy steeds lief vir my. Ek sien het in jou oë as jy so staan en vir my kyk. Want ek is net 'n man, ek kan nie meer nie. Ek kan nie vir jou die wêreld gee nie, maar vir jou. Hoe sal ek probeer? En ek is net 'n mens, so kry ek dit reg om alles te sê wat ek so graag wil. Jy weet ek wil, maar vir jou sal ek probeer. En mama, is jy so mooi. Ek praat nie net van hoe jy ek nie maar alles daarom. En mama, yeah, jy doen iets aan my. Jy laat aan my donker aande net so verdwyn. Want ek is net 'n man, ek kan nie meer nie, ek kan nie vir jou, die wêreld gee nie maar vir jou. Vir jou sal ek probeer. En ek is net 'n mens, hoe kry ek dit reg om alles te sê wat ek so graag wil. Jy weet ek wou